Hi everyone, I am Ayush Agrawal along with Rohan Kedia is doing IoT internship in emerging information technologies. Now we are going to start our presentation on IoT based home automation solution. Content. Topics learned during internship. What is IoT? Problem statement, purpose, requirement, Arduino IDE, Pixim Lab, conclusion, implementation. Topics learned during internship are Introduction to C language, Embedded C, Basic data types, Conditional construct, Operators, Arrays and pointers, Functions and strings, Storage class, Preprocessor, Introduction to C++, OOPS and Pillars of OOPS. What is IoT? The Internet of Things describes the network of physical objects, things that are embedded with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the Internet. A typical IoT system with the smartphone works by continuously sending, receiving, and analyzing data in the feedback loop. Depending on the kind of IoT technology, analysis can be conducted either by humans or artificial intelligence and machine learning in near real time or over a longer period. Now, problem statement. What is home automation? Home automation refers to the automatic and electronic control of household features, activity, and appliances. Home automation is a way to control all the gadgets to your house with your convenience, thus saving power and cost. You can handle all your gadgets such as light, temperature, water, tank, etc. with the help of your smartphone or through the internet. The purpose of home automation system is to streamline how your home functions. Some of the benefits are remote access. It's control your home from mobile devices including your laptop, tablet or smartphone. Comfort. Use home automation to make your home more comfortable and livable space. Requirements. Hardware requirements are Arduino Uno, ETS W5500, PCF8574, temperature sensor, LCD HD44780, LDR sensor, LED. Software requirements are Pixim Lab, Arduino IDE, Blink software. Arduino Uno. Arduino Uno is based on 8 3 to 8P microcontroller. It is easy to use compared to other boards such as Arduino Mega board. The board consists of digital and analog input-output pins, shield and other circuit. The Arduino Uno includes 6 analog pin inputs, 14 digital pins, a USB connector, a power jack and an ICSP which is in-circuit serial programming header. It is programmed based on IDE which stands for Integrated Development Environment. It can run on both online and offline platforms. ETS W5500. It is Ethernet. The W5500 chip is a hardwired TCP IP embedded Ethernet controller that provides easier internet connection to embedded system. The W5500 enables users to have the internet connectivity in their applications just by using the single chip in which TCP or IP task 10 to 100 Ethernet MSC and PHY embedded. It supports power down mode. It supports wake on LAN over UDP. It supports high-speed serial peripheral interface. Now, PCF8574. The PCF8574 is a silicon CMOS circuit. It provides general-purpose remote input-output expansion for most microcontroller families by the 2-line bidirectional bus. The device consists of an 8-bit quasi-bidirectional port and a I2C bus interface. Now, temperature sensor. The temperature sensor is an electronic device that measures the temperature of its environment and converts the input data into electronic data to record, monitor or signal temperature changes. The temperature sensor we use is LM35. Now LCD HD44780. LCD HD44780 is a dot matrix liquid crystal display controller and driver RSI displays alphanumeric and symbols. It can be configured to drive a dot matrix liquid crystal display under the control of a 4 or 8-bit microprocessor. Now LDR sensor. LDR is a component that has a variable resistance that changes with the light intensity that falls upon it. This allows them to be used in light sensing circuits. The resistance of a photoresistor decreases with increasing incident light intensity. In other words, it exhibits photoconductivity. Now, software requirement. Pixim Lab. Pixim Lab is a real-time emulator of development boards with integrated MPLAB X/AVR GDB debugger. PiximLab supports some Pixim microcontroller and some CWPR microcontrollers. PiximLab have integration with MPLAB Arduino IDE for programming the board's microcontroller. Now Arduino IDE. Arduino IDE is the open source Arduino software which makes it easy to write code and upload it to the board. The software can be used with any Arduino board. Now Rohan will explain all.
Now I, Rohan KD, is going to explain the second part of our project, which is topic garden light control. Now the required number 1 of our project is garden light control system. Here we have to read the value from LDR sensor. Based on the readings of the LDR, we have to the brightness of the LEDs varies, which resembles the controlling garden lights based on the availability of sunlight. Here is the particular block diagram is given. Now the second requirement is our temperature control system. Here the temperature control system consists of a heating resistor and LM35 temperature sensor and a cooler, which resembles the temperature control system at home. We have to read the temperature from the temperature sensor LM35 and display it on the CLCD. We have to control the temperature of the system by turning on and off the heater and cooler through the Blink IoT mobile app. The particular block diagram is given for your reference. Now the required number 3 is the cooler control system. Here the input button is widget button, which is on Blink IoT app. The process is to detect the change in the logic level. If the button widget is at logic high, turn on the cooler. If the button widget is at logic low, turn off the cooler. Required number 4 is heater control system. The description is the input is the button widget which is on Blink IoT app. The process remains the same. We have to detect the change in the logic level. Now the output is that if the button widget is at logic high, turn on the heater, and if the button widget is at logic low, turn off the heater. And the required number 5 of our project is the threshold temperature control. Here the input is the temperature sensor, and the process is we have to read and compare the temperature with 35 degrees, which is set as a base value for the project. The output is if the temperature is more than 35, we have to turn off the heater and send notification to Blink IoT app and display the same on the LCD that the temperature is more than 35 and we have to turn on the heater. The next one is the water tank inlet and outlet valve control. Here we have to read the volume of the water in the tank through serial communication and display it on the CLCD. We have to control the volume of the water in the tank by controlling the inlet and outlet valve by sending commands through serial communication and display the volume of water in the tank on the CLCD. The same will be displayed on the IoT Blink app. If the water level is more than 2400, then the inlet valve is automatic will be off, and if the water level is lower than 2400, then the inlet valve is going to on and the water is going to start falling into our water tank. The required number 6 is to display the volume of the water in the tank. Here the input is serial time. Here process we have to read the volume of the water in the tank by sending commands through serial communication. Here the output button is that display the volume of the water on gauge and display the volume of the water on CLCD. The required number 7 is inlet valve control. Here the input is button which is on the Blink IoT app and the process is to detect the change in the logic level. Output is if the button widget is at logic high, turn on the inlet valve by sending commands through serial communication, and if the widget is at logic low, we have to turn off the inlet valve by sending commands through serial communication, and same will be displayed on the Blink IoT app in the notification panel. Our required number 8 is outlet valve control. Here the input is button widget on Blink IoT app and the process is to detect the change in the logic level. The description of our output is that if the button widget is at logic high, we have to turn on the outlet valve by sending commands through serial communication, and if the button widget is at logic low, we have to turn off the outlet valve by sending commands through serial communication. And our requirement number 9 is to control the volume of water in the tank. Here the input is the same serial tank and the process is we have to read the value of the water in the tank by sending commands through serial communication. The output is that if the volume of the water in the tank is less than 2000 and it's turn on the inlet valve and the send notification to the Blink mobile app and displays the same on the CLCD that the volume of the water in the tank is less than 2000. We are turning on the inlet valve, so water is then going to start flowing into the water tank. Now we are using the Blink application. Now we are going to discuss what is Blink application. Blink was designed for the Internet of Things. It can control hardware remotely. It can display sensor data. It can store data, visualize it, and do many other cool things. The main task on the mobile Blink application is we have to create the widget. There are basically three types of widget we are going to use. First one is button widget, second one is gauge widget, and third one is terminal widget. Button widget is to control the heater, cooler, inlet valve and outlet valve. Gauge widget is to display the temperature and the volume of the water in the tank on the mobile application. And terminal widget is to display the notification whenever the threshold is crossed, like temperature is more than 35 degrees, turning off the heater, water level is full, water inflow disabled. Now, what is threshold control? When the heater is on, if the temperature rises above 35 degrees Celsius, then the heater should turn off automatically, and message temperature is more than 35 degrees Celsius, turning off the heater should be displayed on the virtual terminal, and it is read like HT_R space off on CLCD. When the water in the tank is full, we have to turn off the inlet valve automatically and display water level is full, water inflow disabled. Now here is some screenshot of our implementation, which are first one is the CLCD, second one is the Blink IoT tab 1, and third one is the tab 2 of our Blink IoT. Now we are going to present our conclusion on this. So using Blink IoT application and PixSimLab simulator simulated home automation where LED temperature system serial tank resembles light, heater, cooler and water tank in real time. CLCD acts like a dashboard used for displaying the events. Widgets from Blink IoT app like button widgets are used to control heater, cooler and inlet valve and outlet valve. Gauge widget is to display the temperature and the volume of the water. Now here are our implementation codes. Here firstly we have to compile our codes, then the same will have to be upload on the PixSimLab board through LoadHacks. Then we have to debug it. Then by connecting the IoT app, Blink IoT app through our mobile to our PC, we can control the home automation. And here is the serial remote tank, the picture. Now thank you. Now please wait for a while we are connecting our Blink IoT app through our PC. Now we are going to start our project implementation. Here is the source code of our project, and here is the main.h where all the macros are defined for different types of features in our Blink IoT app. Now first go to Sketch and export compiled binary. Now it is compiling and the compiling is done. Now we have to open PixSimLab. Just go to PixSimLab and open the file and LoadHacks. We have to load the bootloader and click it open, and it is all. We can see that it is loading and it is loaded. Now we have to open spare parts. Now we are just sharing my screen, Blink screen. I can see I'm just click home automation. Now we can control our home temperature using these two widget button, heater and cooler. When we turning on the heater, then the temperature starts increasing, as we can see. Now when the temperature is 35, it will be automatically turn off, and it is saying that the temperature is about 35 degrees Celsius, turning off the heater. So for cooling it down, we can turn on the cooler. We can now see that the temperature start decreasing. So it will be decreased up to specified value 27.37, as we specified is this in the above program defined. Now we can go to tab 2. Here is the tab 2 for the control of the water volume. So we can just open the serial tank. Now we can first of all turn on the outlet valve. So all the water from the tank starts decreasing and going out of the tank. Now for the particular value of 2000, it will say that the water inflow enabled because the water level is less than 2000. So to we can turn on the inlet valve so that water can come in the tank. When the water starts filling in the tank, it will fill up the tank, and now it will fill up and it is turned off. So we can receive the notification as water inflow disabled as water level is full. So that's the water tank full description. Now here is the LDR sensor. In the LDR, if we decrease, the light intensity will be decreased, and we increase this, the light intensity will be decreased. This is how the LDR sensor is used to control the garden lights. So that is all about our project implementation. Thank you.